R. Kelly's defense team calls witnesses close to Kelly who testified they never saw him with underage girls and never saw him abuse women. Let's dive in. My name is Jamahl Kersey and I'm a criminal defense attorney in San Diego, California. And in this video, we're talking about the ongoing R. Kelly trial. But before we get into it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and if you get something out of the video, make sure you share it. I need you to leave me a comment below on how you think the trial is gonna play out. So the prosecution finished their case in chief on Monday. In criminal trials, the prosecution presents their case first since they have the burden of proof. They call their witnesses, and when they're done, they rest their case. Then it's the defense's turn. R. Kelly's defense team started their case in chief yesterday, calling their first witnesses. Again, R. Kelly maintains that he's innocent, and under the law, he's innocent unless and until he's proven guilty. The first defense witness was Dhani Ramanan, an aspiring artist. He said Kelly is a mentor and a good friend of his. Ramanan said he was with Kelly almost daily for 15 years, including going on tour. He testified his role was to observe and learn and to become. With this level of closeness and insight, the thought is if something inappropriate was going on, Ramanan would have seen it. Ramanan testified he never saw Kelly abuse a woman. He never saw Kelly lock a woman in a room. He never saw Kelly strike a woman. He never saw Kelly deny a woman food. On the contrary, he testified that Kelly treated women well, saying that when they'd go to a restaurant, the women would sit down first, they'd order first, they'd eat first, basic chivalry. The prosecution questioned Romanon on how much time he really spent with Kelly. The implication was that he spent far less time than he had claimed and that he just may not have been around when the alleged abuse was going on. But again, he insisted he was with Kelly on an almost daily basis. The second witness for the defense was Larry Hood, a longtime friend of Kelly's who also served as his bodyguard. Hood started working as security staff for Kelly in 1991. He joined the Chicago Police Department as an officer in '94. Hood testified that he left the Chicago Police Department in 2007 in good standing. He worked with Kelly up until '95 and then again from 2002 to 2004 while he still served as a police officer. There were occasions in which some of Hood's fellow officers would help as part of Kelly's personal security team. As someone who was very close to Kelly as a friend and as his bodyguard, clearly he'd have some intimate details of Kelly's personal life. Again, the defense strategy being, if something inappropriate was happening, Hood would know. Hood testified that he never saw Kelly with underage girls. He never saw Kelly abuse women. Defense attorney Scholar asked Hood if he knew Angela. Angela testified last week that Kelly had abused her when she was 14 or 15 years old. Angela said Hood was in Kelly's Chicago apartment the night R. Kelly first had sex with her. She also testified that she saw Kelly in a sexual encounter with Aaliyah on a tour bus when the late singer was 13 or 14. Hood said he knew Angela, saying she was one of Aaliyah's little friends. When asked if he ever saw anything inappropriate with Angela, Hood said no. Scholar directly asked Hood, "Did you ever see Robert Kelly acting inappropriately with Aaliyah?" He responded, "No, I did not." "Did you ever see him with underage women? Did you ever see Kelly lock a woman in a room?" Hood said he did not, adding, "As a police officer, I would have had to take action against that. I never had to take any action. I was never made aware of any wrongdoing." On cross-examination, prosecutors asked Hood whether he was aware Kelly had married Aaliyah when she was 15. Hood said he wasn't at the wedding and he found out about it later in life. Prosecutors questioned Hood regarding Aaliyah's hit "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number," a song produced by Kelly. Through their questioning, the prosecutors described the song as a young girl attempting to seduce an older man in spite of their age difference. The prosecutor asked whether it was true that Aaliyah was about 14 when she recorded the song. Hood replied approximately yes. Prosecutors attacked Hood's credibility, questioning on cross that he left the police department in 2007 because he was convicted of felony forgery relating to counterfeit $100 bills. Certain convictions can be mentioned in front of the jury for the purpose of attacking a witness's credibility. In this situation, the prosecutors would be trying to convince the jury that Hood's word cannot be trusted. But just because someone committed a crime in the past doesn't mean they're lying on the stand in trial. At the end of the day, again, Hood said he never saw Kelly do anything inappropriate. The defense's third witness was Jeff Meeks. Meeks worked at R. Kelly's studios from 2002 to 2010 and from 2014 to 2019. He started as an intern and worked his way up to assistant audio engineer. Meeks testified he never saw locks on the outside of studio doors and never saw a woman locked inside of a room, combating testimony put on by the prosecution. In sum, we have 3 witnesses close to Kelly who testified that they never saw him do anything abusive or inappropriate. The defense is obviously trying to create doubt in the jurors' minds as to whether what they heard during the prosecution's case is really what happened. In a battle of conflicting testimony, the jury will ultimately have to decide who is the most credible in order to resolve the conflict and determine what's true. The defense has at least 3 more witnesses who they'll be calling. They could decide at any time during their case to call R. Kelly himself, but they don't have to. A defendant in a criminal trial does not have to take the stand if they don't want to. So there you have it. Leave a comment below on how you think the trial's going so far and how you see it playing out. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace.